you, it's Friday, I'm in love. Monday you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love.
Hello and welcome to Concert Connections, another edition of Concert Connections. I'm Kelly. Today I have Kerrie Stelly with me from Granby, Connecticut, and she is going to play about 40 minutes of her own original music. What would you say your style of music is?
It's like soft rock, acoustic, let's see, a little folk too.
Nice. Well, so we're looking forward to hearing that. So I suggest go grab yourself a cocktail, a hot beverage, a cup of coffee, and give Kerrie a listen. Check her out. Take it away, Kerrie.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you for being so supportive of original music. This first song is called Comfort Zone, and when I write songs, I try to make them relatable to many, and you can always hear, comfort zone is such a relatable term. And, like, oh, I'm out of my comfort zone, or, so I co-write with my dear friend Carrie Johnson, and we went to Nashville in 2021, and we recorded my EP, Honored, and this is off of that song, or off of that album, excuse me. Come on, sugar, won't you throw me a bone? I'm about to be a bird that's flown. My heart's beating fast, but you're moving so slow. While I sit here biding time, waiting for you to realize, lay it on the line. Keep your baby blues on mine. I'm everything you want to know. Why don't you step outside your comfort zone? The Cuervo's flowing and we're feeling chill. Try to keep from falling, cause you know I will. But you're holding back and I'm wondering why. Is it all a waste of time? You're coming home with me tonight. Lay it on the line. Let me show you what I've got in mind. We'll go as far as we want to go. Why don't you step outside your comfort zone? Break down your walls. You don't have to be shy. Just take my hand, let your worries fly. Tomorrow's plans, they could fall by the wayside. But baby, we've got tonight. I saw it in your eyes when I walked in the room. Could be something sweet, so I'll shoot for the moon. Break down your walls. You don't have to be shy. Just take my hand, let your worries fly. Tomorrow's plans, they could fall by the wayside. But baby, we've got tonight. So I sit here biding time, waiting for you to realize, lay it on the line. Keep your baby blues on mine. I'll take you where you wanna go. Why don't you step outside your comfort zone? I wish you'd step outside your comfort zone. Baby, step outside your comfort zone. Thank you. That's that's a fun one. People can dance to too, and people kind of vibe to it. And it's one that I usually open with if I'm at a new open mic or something like that, just to kind of warm up and everything. So. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, thank you. Alrighty. Good man. All right. So this next, and I should mention Comfort Zone and also this song and another one on here. Kerrie and I said, went down to Nashville, and so we recorded this at Mars Recording Studio, M-A-R-R-S. And this is called A Good Man, a letter to my son. And when he was in high school, I wrote this. When, you know, the teens, they can get down and out and go through things. And so, and it's kind of like, I wanted to cheer him up, and also like an advice song before he went to college. And he actually just moved to California a couple months ago. So anyway, but I'm happy, I'm so proud of him. He's chasing his dream. And he's actually here visiting for like 5 days, so I'm so happy to see him. But anyway, this is for him. Sometimes you wanna lie to protect the ones you love. Sometimes you have to cry when life gets to be too much. You make some big mistakes, your heart will bend and break. But realize none of us are flawless. Nothing comes for free, it don't come that easily. Anything worth having is the work of wildest dreams. And when you make the choices that no one understands, stay true to yourself in the end. Be the kind of friend who's always got their back. Seek a sweet soul, a true and better half. Be kind and forgiving. Reach out your hand. Remember to always be a good man. If you ever start questioning your worth, if your heart breaks for the ones you think you've hurt, that's just love speaking up, and it's part of the plan. Remember to always be a good man. If you're trusting and you're grateful, have faith in the unknown. If you're living clean and honest, then the joy's your cornerstone. There's beauty in this world if you take a look around. So open your heart and be a part of it. Be the kind of friend who cares and makes them laugh. Always cherish your true and better half. Be kind to a stranger. Give when you can. Always, always be a good man. Find your way up to the surface if you drown. Sometimes the silence beats louder than a sound. There's a sweet taste of freedom on whatever road you land. Remember to always be a good man. Don't forget that I love you as hard as I can. Remember to always be a good man. Always remember Thank you. Hopefully that resonates with some moms of sons. So. Okay. This next song is called What Made Me Fall, and Kerrie and I recorded this at actually Shaky Buddha, Buddha, studios in South Windsor. And it actually got added onto Obama's End of Summer 2024 playlist, and it was on there for a couple months. Of course, they rotate, but that was really cool. At least I thought that anyway. So. Your bright-eyed smile caught my breath, reeled me in like it was magic with the words you said. I got swept away, the way you looked, the way we laughed. For a while you had me thinking I was your better half. Thought we were here to stay. You were like a snake lying in the grass, ready to strike. What made me fall in the first place? Everything started so sweet. You changed the game and how to play it. Can't lay the blame at my feet. I put on my rose-colored glasses till they were shaded in blue. But the picture was so much clearer, 'cause I could finally see through you. I was numb, I succumbed to the truth, feeling so jaded from the lies you painted. I was betrayed. You played with fire, burned this bridge to the ground, felt the sleight of hand too many times. So I walked away. You were like a snake lying in the grass, ready to strike. What made me fall in the first place? Everything started so sweet. You changed the game and how to play it. Can't lay the blame at my feet. I put on my rose-colored glasses till they were shaded in blue. But the picture was so much clearer, 'cause I could finally see through you. You and her, you and me, finding out finally set me free. What made me fall in the first place? Everything started so sweet. You changed the game and how to play it. Can't lay the blame at my feet. I put on my rose-colored glasses till they were broken in two. But the picture was so much clearer, 'cause I could finally see through you. Yeah, I could finally see through you. Okay, so this next song is called Ricochet. It has not been recorded yet, so hopefully within the next few months or so. But anyway, this is, have you ever had, times where you've felt unseen? And it's just kind of, when I write songs, I basically, I might start thinking of one relationship and then how I'm feeling, and then it's multiple, a culmination. So just how I'm feeling at that time. So. here again, spiraling in place. I thought things would be different, but nothing's really changed. I walk through the door, you don't say hello. Been feeling so invisible, but how would you know? An interruption to your big personality, and I'm left to wonder why there's no room for me. And then you turn around and ricochet. Love you freely give, then take away. You think by now I'd learn to play the game as we dance the dance and talk the talk. In the end, I feel like an afterthought. I'm here again, taking a backseat on these roads. It doesn't matter how I try, we'll never be that close. Faded memories coming through the bitter haze. Wish you'd admit the tangled mess of all our yesterdays, but I can't rock the boat or cause a scene. If I do, you'll paint it different than my reality. And then you turn around and ricochet, handing me the crown, queen for a day. You think by now I've learned to play the game as we dance the dance and talk the talk. In the end, I feel like an afterthought. Has it always been like this? Cold shoulder with a kiss. Now I understand. In my heart I know things won't change. You'll still turn around and ricochet. I'll keep loving you anyway as we dance the dance and talk the talk. In the end, I'll still feel like an afterthought. Yeah, I'll still feel like an afterthought. All right. So Outside from Within, this is my next song. That was also recorded at Shaky Buddha in South Windsor. And I'm going to just take a few moments, especially now with everything, with the SNAP benefits and everything. This is a song about helping and giving, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that first. Okay, let's see. So anybody, looking for food, as I know many of you know, but just your local food bank can help you find food. And the Connecticut Food Share, if you log on to their website, you can either start a virtual fundraiser or food drive as an individual or as a team, or donate to an existing virtual fundraiser. I know in Granby, there's ways to give that I participated in, and like our local grocery store, they make it so convenient to give. When you're at the checkout line and you see the bags, $10 or $20 food donation, and in the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh, I just spent all this money, but it's like, yeah, but look at what I have, and and then there's also the veterans pickup truck that I do. Sometimes I will donate a bag put at the end of my driveway, and the pickup truck comes, and it's so convenient. But however, the last 2 times I did that, the pickup please called me, and they said, the driver's at the end of your driveway, and they're saying there's no bags here. And I'm like, no, for sure I left some bags there. And I said, are you sure? Because one time, my address, the number is this, there's another number the same as the town over, so they ended up in Canton. And so, but they're like, no, the driver says he's at the right location. So I was like, well, that's too bad. No, I can't do it. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? There is such a need. Those probably went to, obviously, people in need that needed those bags. So, and then there's also the church. I go to Trinity Church in Terriffill. They do lunch in the park, Bushnell Park, and you can either go and make sandwiches, or and then go home, or bring those sandwiches into the park, and then you feed, those in need, and then the father will do a sermon, and a short one, and then you feed them, and it's just so heartwarming when you see them look at you and just go, thank you, with those eyes, and it's just, it's something great. And then there's also the mobile food share and drive-through service, and you can look online. There's also a Waste Not, Want Not community kitchen with a free sit-down meal. And then there's also, of course, the Connecticut Food Share. I already talked about that. And then in Norwich, the food pantries. There's the mobile food pantry at the Connecticut State Community College at 574 New London Turnpike, Norwich, from 4 to 6 p.m. And then there's the Rosalind Allen Food Pantry at UCFS Healthcare. Non-perishable food bags are available at the Norwich Health Center Monday through Thursday and Friday. You can check the UCFS website for the most current food pantry distribution dates and times. And then St. Vincent de Paul Place, I can look up the details. I don't have all. Anyway, then for immediate food assistance or other needs, you can also contact 211 Connecticut. So now on to the song. I know I'm caught up when I'm towing the line. My problems feel bigger and hard to define. But would I feel better getting out of my skin and start looking outside from within? 'Cause there's a woman I know who lives in her car. There's a child going hungry alone in the dark. An American flag on an old tattered coat. The PTSD and the veteran's ghost. I need to stop looking away. If heaven is a place on earth and kindness is more than just a word, I'm gonna listen to the cries for help. There's something bigger than myself. Even if my pockets aren't deep, my time is not for sale, it's free. 'Cause I can play a part and try to heal a broken heart. to a shelter or down to a church, talking to a stranger with a world of hurt. Hear them say thank you with a hint of surprise, witnessing hope in their sorrowful eyes. And maybe then I'll chase my blues away. If heaven is a place on earth, kindness is more than just a word. I'm gonna listen to the cries for help. There's something bigger than myself. Even if my pockets aren't deep, my time is not for sale, it's free. 'Cause I can play a part, try to heal a broken heart. Put out little fires burning in the street, making a place where love doesn't leave. No, no, no. Oh, if heaven is a place on earth, kindness is more than just a word. I can play a part, try to heal a broken heart. Can play a part and try to heal a broken heart. Yeah, I can play a part. And that's on one of my newer singles. So. Okay, the song has also not yet been recorded, so hopefully at some point. But anyway, it's called Butterfly, where sometimes when you're just feeling alone and, I don't know, and you get in your head and it's like, you know what, I'm only hurting myself, and let it just all go and, you know, fly away like a butterfly. So here we go. I was feeling lost in the crowd, voices way too loud, always comprised by all the fighters in the ring. People can turn on a dime, mess with your heart, and play with your mind. No more wasting precious time. I'm getting off the roller coaster ride. Round up the ghosts and kick 'em to the side. Stop this over, gonna watch my tables turn. Be a butterfly and touch the sky. Deal myself a new hand, focus on my new plans. Flying so high, watch me shine. I'm a butterfly. Was it easy to forget my name? Swerving in and out of lanes. Life can lift you up, but leave a scar. I reached out, only caught dead air, and love I couldn't touch, but was almost there. All I saw were falling stars. Take a deep breath and blow the candles out. Letting go of things I can't keep worrying about. Stop this over, gonna watch my tables turn. Be a butterfly and touch the sky. Deal myself a new hand, focus on my is no looking back. No, not at all. Stop this over. Gonna watch my tables turn. Be a butterfly and touch the sky. Deal myself a new hand. Focus on my new plans. Flying so high, watch me shine. Flying so high, I'm a butterfly. Thank you. All right, so this is the last song I'm going to play for you, and it's kind of my rocker song, besides What Made Me Fall. But and this I also recorded in Nashville. Yeah, so, and it's also like when you're going through, well, you've gone through something and you see what's going on, and you're like, okay, I can see what's going on, and I'm not going to let that happen again. And then it comes back and you see it again, and you're like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to, it's, anyway, you'll know what I mean once you hear the song. Crash, here comes my past to haunt me again. Damn, you played another hand. I said it was over, this was the end. You always acted like you were brighter than the stars that lit up the night. I got lost in all your lies. I'm finally over you and I'm fine, I'm fine. You don't get to bring me down. Finally turned a corner and did not look back. Baby, it's my turn to shine. And you can't have my heart, 'cause it's mine, oh mine. Mine, oh mine. I couldn't believe it when you showed up here, on your knees and so sincere. I'm not as naive as I was before. Let me show you to the door of my heart that is closed for good. You never ever loved me like you said you would. Finally over you and I'm fine, I'm fine. You don't get to bring me down. Finally turned a corner and did not look back. Baby, it's my turn to shine. And you can't have my heart, 'cause it's mine, oh mine. Mine, oh mine. Sick of walking on the tightrope wire. If I fell, I'd be burned by your fire. A worn out game, and baby, I was so tired. Yeah, I'm finally over you and I'm fine, I'm fine. You don't get to bring me down. Finally turned a corner and did not look back. Baby, it's my turn to shine. I'm done with this emotional ride. You never have my heart, 'cause it's mine, oh mine. Mine, oh mine. Mine, oh mine. Mine, oh mine. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks again.
And here we are. Welcome back. I'm sitting here in the studio with Kerrie Stelly. Thank you so much. Did I say?
Yes, that was correct.
I don't know. We were just discussing how hard it is to memorize things these days, but it's all good. So Kerrie Stelly is here with me from Granbury. Granby, Connecticut, and we're here to discuss her musical career. So Kerrie, can you tell me how, like, starting from a child, I mean, we discussed that music was always on in the house, and is that
Yes.
kind of like what got you interested in the music, or was your parents into music, or how did that?
Yes, I believe so. My mom and stepfather, they were always into music. I would come home from school and I would hear it in the background playing. Joni Mitchell, Karen Carpenter, John Denver, James Taylor, all them classic rock and folk, and and then we would go to bluegrass festivals, any like music festivals. And my sister is also a singer and songwriter too, and she's in California. She plays gigs. So yeah, I was always surrounded by music, and I loved to sing in the car and in the shower, and I was always involved in chorus when I could be,
Yeah.
and I loved it. I tried out for a high school musical, my favorite, Grease, and they asked me to re-sing it the way it was written, not the way I remembered it from the movie, and I couldn't do it, but they wanted me to re-sing it, and so anyway, I didn't get the part, and so I was very discouraged, so I never tried out again, actually.
Oh, that goes against your song. That goes against totally your song.
I know.
But when we're young, we don't realize. But
yeah, so then so in fourth grade, I was listening to some music, and I was like, ooh, guitar, and I was interested in the guitar, and so I told my mom, and she's like, sure, we can get you a guitar and guitar lessons, but you're gonna have to practice every night. I was like, oh, okay, well, with homework and bike riding, I don't know. Well, I'm not sure about this. So I kind of put it down, and then again, I got interested again later on. Life happened, and I moved to Collinsville, and I took guitar lessons from a gentleman in Canton, but I was spending like 6 months learning the same. I wanted to learn Jules, You Were Meant for Me, and it was taking a long time. I just wasn't getting it, and my husband's like, I don't know, we're paying, and this is my money. So anyway, I put it down, and then I moved to Granby, and I was like, you know what, I want to do this again. So I looked for a guitar teacher around Granby, Simsbury, whatever, and I couldn't find any. Like, why am I having such a hard time finding a guitar teacher? So, and then I finally found Windy Hill Guitar Studio with Laura Mazza Dixon, and she teaches classical guitar. I called her and I asked, well, do you do, the kind of music that I do? And she said, well, that's not really my forte, but mine is classical, but really, you should probably just learn Suzuki method anyway. That's the best way to learn. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I got through like the second or third book of Suzuki. It wasn't easy, but I did it. And then I did a couple recitals of hers, and then I did Celebrate Granby, and I did my own arrangement of Joni Mitchell's Both Sides Now, and then people seemed to like that. So then I did it at my stepfather's 70th birthday party at Brody Park in New Hartford, where they have free concerts and everything in the park. But anyway, I did it at his birthday party, and I just sang from the heart about what I was feeling and everything, relationships and stuff. And it was very well received, and I was so happy. I was like, wow, okay. And then I was like, you know what? Besides my day job, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I like this. I really enjoy this. So that's what kind of got me started. And so then after that, my husband's like, oh, you want to go to, Simsbury Days, Celebrate Simsbury, whatever it was called at the time. And so I said, sure. And then the Carrie Johnson Band, and Kerrie, again, is my co-writer, dear friend. And so she was playing with her band. And I was like, oh, I'm like, I really like them. They're so good. And I'm like, look at her play that guitar. Wow. And so I'm like, that's what I want to do. I wonder if she teaches lessons. And and then at the end, when they were done with her set and everything, and she's just like talking to her friend, and she's like, oh, it's so hot. And I'm like, I shouldn't have worn these pleather pants. And I was like, and so I was like, oh, she seems funny too and cool. So like, yeah, let me see. I think it would be a good, teacher match. So anyway, so I looked up her website, and sure enough, she did have a website. She taught, acoustic guitar, and vocals too. So I reached out to her, and then via email, and it was about a month that she got back to me, and she's like, and so I thought it was a lost cause. So she's like, hi, Kerrie, I'm so sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. I was touring in London with a former student of hers, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool. And so anyway, and she taught music and arts in Avon, and then also out of her house, which came to find out that it was right on my way home from work, and so Perfect. It was just so convenient. And so I took lessons out of her house on Tuesdays, and then it switched to Fridays. And and then she and her husband moved to Block Island a few years later, and I was like, no, you can't move. But she's like, no, I have a proposition for you. A good thing for technology. She said, would you like to continue lessons virtually and via Facebook Live? And so I did, and so we've been doing that every Monday ever since, and we started in 2017, written a bunch of songs, about maybe 15 to 20, I'd have to count, but yeah. So
well, congratulations on that
Thank
milestone.
Thank
now, you're writing. When did you start actually writing music and lyrics?
Ever since I was a kid, and I'd have them half written. I didn't have melody. I had the words, but I had a general basic melody in my head, but nothing. And then when I went to Kerrie, and it was over the years, just I'd write down, half written and verses and stuff when they came to me. And when I did go to Kerrie, she's like, what's that in your hand? And it was a manila folder, and I had a bunch of songs. And she's like, oh, and she was flipping. She's like, oh, I like these. And she's like, well, it's like you write like Taylor Swift. But I was like, oh, but anyway, that was nice. But anyway, she's like, I think I want to work on songwriting with you too. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay. So she does the vocals, the guitar, and the songwriting. That was pretty cool too. So,
well, a teacher always, when they see somebody that has promise, they always want to, the student, they want them to surpass them as a teacher.
Yeah,
so I totally understand where she was coming from. You just want them to excel to the next level, which obviously you have. Yeah. Now, where if somebody wants to catch where you play out, now I know you play in different areas, more central Connecticut.
So I've most recently Mulligan's open mic in New Hartford, where Parrot Delaney used to be. Very cool people. Host is great, Joe Vassaturo, and so I've done it, just open, so I've been doing them. I think I've only missed it twice, and so I've been doing that. And then Talcott Mountain Collective in Avon, Michael Sesportis, he's also supportive. And there's a few others. I started at Michelangelo's, Condotti, he's a great supportive guy, and he'll back you up on guitar and everything. And then LaSalle, I did that recently too. Eric Paradine, he's just, he's great too. They just had a birthday bash, and I went and played for that, for him. And Bill Benson, he had an acoustic nights, and he invited me and a couple other singer-songwriters to play, and that was cool. Let's see. So, and then I also, I think I'm missing. Oh, Maple Tree Cafe, in Simsbury. They're closed for renovations right now, but I'd like to get back there when they reopen. And also Cajun Boil too, in Torrington. I'm not sure. Condotti does that too. I'm not sure. Patty Williams, she's great too, but I don't know if she's co-hosting anymore, I'm not sure, but she's great too. But Torrington is a little bit of a hike for me, so I don't really get out to that one. But and then I did the Winding Trails acoustic nights. I co-hosted that and played at that. Bill Clark had invited me to co-host because he had asked me for the acoustic festival, Farmington Valley Acoustic Festival. I did for a couple of years. I did the Boathouse Pavilion, and then after that he asked, would you be interested in co-hosting? And so I did, and then I actually had Kerrie and her sister Libby Johnson, 22 Brides, and they got over 100 people coming. And so,
Wow.
So if you're looking for singer-songwriters, I know they would be like to do that. So anyway, so I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, and then I did an open stage showcase, and I'm just open to any, especially original music. I love to do. I did do a couple songwriter rounds, and so anything that's open for that, I would love. And I also do covers too. So really anything I'm trying to find, because I go back and forth between West Granby and Westbrook, the two Wests. So anything that's available.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
I have some people you might be interested in talking to.
Thank you.
They perform. I don't know if you've ever performed at Buttonwoods.
I know. I'd like to get back there.
A lot of people, a lot
Yeah.
of influences there, and there's such a welcoming crowd. And Shayna B's by the Sea, and there's so many
It's funny you said that.
places for you to play.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did Buttonwood. Mapleview Farm in Granby years ago when I had first started out, and I did an open mic there, and they actually. The husband there had asked me, he messaged me and he asked me if I wanted to do an hour-and-a-half gig. And I'm like, thank you, but I don't have enough
an hour and a half.
material. So, and then unfortunately, they're open, the whole thing stopped. They recently shut down or whatever. And so by the time I got enough material, I was like, darn, timing sometimes that's everything. So, so Liz Reed had seen me play there, and she, one of the my friend supporters came, and she handed a card to them and said, "Hey, have her play Buttonwood Tree. We have an open mic every whatever. I can't remember the day it was back then." So I did a few of those, but I went after work, and it was
That's too much.
it was a lot with traffic, and then I was getting home late. But now, I would like to get back to that because I know in Buttonwood, and then Terry LaChance, yes. And I'm glad I did see the past YouTube videos, and I checked on Concert Connection, so I'm so glad that I had that to refer to, and I checked Terry LaChance's and Stephen Haar's, and I reached out to both of them, and Terry, she put me on the list because I said, I know you have a long list of musicians for Shayna's,
I did it. I got people together. That is my main thing, is to get everybody's here, and we're all over the place on the board, and I'm just trying to be the conduit to bring people together and get people heard. Sweet. So that's my part in all this.
That's so great.
So I'm glad that worked out.
It did. So
yay!
Yeah. So, and Stephen was also helpful too. He gave some good advice as well. So
then you got to talk to Leo Sunday.
Okay.
Leo LaValle Sunday, they actually have writers groups.
Oh, see, that would be great.
Where independent writers just gather, and so
okay.
I'll send you over to
Thank
him
you.
as well.
Oh, I forgot to mention, and I just joined a band too, and
well,
recently.
gee, it's all
How did I forget that?
You tell me about this band.
Yeah, so I met Leo. He is a great drummer, and I met him through church, and so anyway, he is the drummer in the church, and he and Dave, where we have our rehearsals, they played gigs in New York City for like 35 years, or whatever, and so and Leo had said, "Hey, we should form a band," to me before this whole Dave and everything, but we couldn't find, he's like, "Do you know any good bass players?" I'm like, "I don't know, everybody's busy," but
I do. Deanna, that was here.
Oh, well, I wish I had known at the time. Yeah. So then, so he got, a guy named Peter from Simsbury, and he kind of runs it a little bit, and then so Dave, Leo, and Peter, and we do covers, and then and Leo's like, and they're looking for originals, we can play your songs, so we're doing that too, and so I guess we're looking at Leo knows somebody at Almost Famous Brewing in East Granby, and so we might be able to do a 45-minute set for them as the featured band. And then also I reached out to Mulligan's, and they asked for like 3 hours, and I'm like, and we're like,
Oh, like that's a long time.
yeah, we're like, first of all, thank you and awesome, but yeah, it'll give us a little time, and we'll we'll do
Now, what is the name of the band?
I'm not going to say it yet because I think we might be
Still
changing
working on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I don't want to say it unless it's actually.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for
Yeah,
the name of that band.
Yeah. So
You know,
far I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
be.
it right
I'm
now.
gonna. I gotta know.
Okay.
And now, can we listen to your music on Spotify
Yes.
and different platforms? So you're on
Yes.
all the platforms.
Yes, I am. Yep, through DistroKid, and they put it on all the platforms. Yes.
Now, you said something interesting. You said Obama liked one of your songs.
Yes. So, yeah.
Do tell me.
Okay, so that I haven't for that one song. I did a Spotify campaign, and then that's how it got on there. So yeah, and so the curator said got out, and and it was on the playlist and on Spotify, and so. So that was very cool, and right, and then like I kept looking, and I'm like, it's still on there, and then after I don't remember if it was like a month or two, like maybe a month and a half, and I looked, I'm like, oh, it's gone, but it was very cool for the time that it was on there. So
yeah, you got your 15 minutes of fame,
yeah,
kind of in a way.
yes, you're right. It goes so quickly. It comes and goes so quickly, So
It does, but that's where when we have to be our own cheerleaders in our
Yes,
life.
right.
We can't depend on everybody else to be our cheerleaders, which I have found out very much these days.
Yeah.
You have to be proactive in making your own dreams come true, because nobody's going to make them come true for you.
It's so true. Like at first I was just waiting around, and it's like, no, and then I did get somebody too saying, yeah, you gotta go after, you gotta contact people, you gotta go. It's so true. It's
Well,
rewarding.
thank you very much. Is there any closing comments that you have at this time, or anybody you would like to thank? Or one more question, like who are your influences in music? Or do you like hop around? Is it one genre?
Yeah, I like all types of music, really. I'm not really a headbanger or a rocker or a rapper or whatever, but I do like, I like all types. I like, when I came home from school, and I used to tape record myself singing to various artists, and I like the 80s. I like Duran Duran a lot. They were my favorite. They were my first concert, as I was telling you before this. And then Melissa Etheridge. I was a really huge fan of her music and performing. I went to a couple of her concerts, and that's where I think that's really where I got kind of the rock influence from her, and just seeing her perform. And then Taylor Swift. I saw my husband and I went to see Rascal Flatts, and Taylor Swift was the opener before she was even famous.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I really like her.
Wow.
And so she's
huge.
definitely a writing influence for me. The songwriting is what I love most about her. But I also like her, her songs and singing and everything too. But definitely the writing is definitely an influence for me from her. So, and who I'd like to thank is, the band and Kerrie. So those are the,
Well, they're all great writers and musicians. They're
Yes.
wonderful people.
Right. So,
And any closing comments that you would like to say? Or if not, that's okay too.
well, I really appreciate you taking the time, and it's takes time out of your schedule, and
It's what I do.
Appreciate the patience and all the sound and their patience as well, getting everything set up, and then patience with me.
Well, thank you. We're blessed to have you.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll keep in touch and keep
Yeah.
an eye on your career and what the name of that band is going to be. I'm
Yeah, I'll
very
definitely
interested.
let you know.
So kind of traditionally, we close with throwing up the horns.
Oh,
If you could do that with me. 'Cause
Sure.
It's kind of in memory of one of my favorites, which is Ronnie James Dio. So I like to hold that into tradition.
Okay.
So until next week, long live rock and roll. Ow!